What's going on, everyone? Justin here with Trading Cards and More, back with another video. Today we finally have our PSA return from last June. I sent it off on June 23rd. Didn't check into their system until I believe the end of July or early August. And then it just popped this week. Supposed to get it on Friday and it was late, and then Saturday I had the card show. So I just ended up picking it up from the post office today. It's a 50 card Pokemon order. There's a lot of older stuff in here. We got Team Rocket First Edition, Jungle First Edition, Jungle No Symbol Errors, couple random cards, couple Japanese cards, and then there is some Shining Legends in here as well that we opened up last year before the prices went crazy on Shining Legends. I was able to pick some stuff up. Looks like I have a declared value of $2,000 on this. It's probably going to be more like $10,000. I was looking at a few of the card prices. I don't know the grades yet. I don't like to spoil it and look at the grades or anything like that. I like to do it with you guys and kind of get surprised or whatever. Not expecting a ton of 10s on these, especially with vintage stuff. They're very, very picky. Probably be a lot of 9s, and that's fine. Obviously, the 10s are worth a pretty good amount of money, especially Jungle First Edition, or Rocket First Edition, especially if they're even the commons, uncommons, rares, no hollows, all that stuff. Damsco, what's going on? Yeah, this was the special that they had running last year. Let me take a look here. $7.50 per card. So that was that was kind of the end of that before they shot their prices up on the grading. So we got a really good deal on it. Daniil, what's going on? Blake, what's going on? Treasure Seeker. Supra, what's up? Two Cup, what's going on? Tom, the good old days. Yeah, exactly. I mean, back in 2017, I seen one of my submissions was $6 a card on their quarterly special. So it looks like this order costed me $400 and $416, so pretty cheap. But it is, I mean, only 50 cards. But obviously now with it being $20 a card, you're looking at $1,000 plus shipping and everything. So there's no upcharges. I've never been upcharged on a bulk submission. So taking a look at the first card here, I'll try to look at my sheets and everything. This is an Arbok from Rocket, I believe. And I have this in a 9. I do not have it in a 10. Man, that's looking pretty flawless from the back. So, and it's a non-hollow, so really, really hoping for a 10 on this one. It's a little off-center on the back, but usually the front is a little bit, they're more picky on the front. But, and we got a 9. Doggone it. Yeah, it is a little bit off on the front. Bottom border is a little thicker. They used to be not as picky with these things, but, you got to kind of expect it. It's a 9. That's still a 9. I mean, I already have it in a 9, so this is it's not gonna upgrade for me, so I'll just sell it on my store. Next one is the Dragonite. I have this only in a 7. I think this one had a few little white dots in here in the corners, and that was about it. I was hoping for a 9 on this one as well. And we got a 9. Nice. Very nice. I mean, obviously I was hoping for a 10, but looking at the card and knowing how they grade now and stuff, it's definitely a 9, but this is still a big card. Yeah, this is the first edition Dragonite, one of the bigger cards, even in the non-hollow. Now, if you can get card number 5 and it's got no hollow, that's the error, and that thing is worth a ton of money. So, yes. Brett's in the house. What's going on, Brett? Supra, these are mostly from just pickups and stuff like that. Colleen, what's going on? So, I'm happy with that so far. Card number 3 is a Golbat, and I ended up just buying this in a 10 already, because like I said, this order, like I sent it in June, so I kind of, if a card came up for sale and I needed it for my set, I just went ahead and bought the 10, and looking at this, it's probably going to be another 9, so, and we got another 9, called that one. So when I sent these out, I knew they had a shot at a 10, but it's just, they've been so difficult with the grades that it's, you got to kind of expect a 9 and, hope for the 10, obviously. The next one is the Nightly Garbage Run. I bought some of these for like a few bucks a piece, and then once again I ended up just buying a 10 because I didn't want to wait. And it's only like a $80 card, or at least when I priced it out, it was about 80 bucks. So, and we got an 8 on that one. What the heck happened there? These were, really nice looking cards. So I mean, it's a little it is a little top to bottom. That might be what threw it off, and there's a little bit of white on that corner. So a little pickier than I thought on that one. Probably another 8 or 9. Another 8. Jeez. These were as pack fresh and as near mint as you're gonna find on the market. You know what I mean? With no real issues on them. They are definitely pretty picky on those. And I've graded a lot of these over the past time. Never got 8s on these. Probably gonna be one and the same on this one. Unreal. So 3 8s. I think they were definitely a little harsh on these. No, I'm not gonna crack them out and resend them in. But I mean, you can see a little bit of white in that corner. But this is like your typical 9 card. In the past, and for whatever reason they gave them all 8s, which is kind of a kick to the balls, but it is what it is. Next we got the Potion Energies. This is another one I needed in a 10, so I just bought them raw, hoping to get lucky. And I still have a 9, so yeah, vintage card. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been doing this for years, and I just know how they grade, and they were definitely harsh. Another one that should have been a 9. Let's see what this one is. It's another 8. Are you kidding me, man? Pack fresh cards, and they're giving them 8s. This is nuts. And it's not like they're not off-centered or anything crazy. There's a little silvering on the edge, but just unreal. And this is the next one. This is ridiculous. This grader has their head up their ass, because I mean, I've graded hundreds of these cards, guys, and I've never got 8s on these cards. I know how to look them over, so on and so forth, and these are not 8s. I mean, this is just stupid. I mean, that's silvering. I've got 10s with silvering on it. They don't mark down with the silvering, generally speaking. That's just when they cut the card, there's a little bit of white around the edge, but it's not like wear, it's just silvering. That's normal for these cards. I mean, I can see just a little bit of red around the corner, but it's very, very minor. That does not deserve an 8, in my opinion. So, definitely got a shit grader, but this is what you can come to expect with PSA now. Just is what it is. Next, we have a Jungle Clefable. This is a first edition. Let me see on my sheet here. I have a thing that I keep track of everything. Is this a this is a non-hollow Clefable. Okay, I don't have this one graded yet, so I was gonna chase 10s on all these, but if they're just coming back 9s, I'm just gonna keep the 9s. And we got a 9. All right, pack fresh, pretty perfect. Maybe a little bit off on the left or right, but they decided that was a 9, and these were cards that used to get 10s. They're now getting 9s, so. Next card is a Flareon, and then we got Kangaskhan. Let me see here. Flareon I don't have, Kangaskhan I don't have. So these are all just going into my PC. I'm trying to get the entire set, was what this was, and I just figured I'd try to grade them and get 10s, but I think that Boss has already left. I don't think you're going to be able to buy these raw, even if they look perfect, and get 10s. It's just not possible anymore with the way they're grading cards now. Here we go with another 9. Basically as perfect as you're going to find on eBay, or somebody that just literally pulled the card out of the pack, and you're still getting 9s. So, yeah, James. I don't know about HGA, but they got some cool cases. Definitely left or right on the back on this one. Probably an 8 or a 9. Alright, we got a 9 at least on the Kangaskhan. These are all just ones that I just didn't have in my set yet. Looks like I still need the Jolteon, but I did purchase, somebody had all of them, all the non-hollows, first edition, and I sent them all off in another PSA order, so we'll see when those come back. Then we got Snorlax, Scyther, Vaporeon. Let me see if I have those on here. Scyther, Snorlax, Vaporeon. Okay, so all of these are in this order then. Probably another one in the same with another 9. And we got another 9 on the Scyther. So these were all cards I figured had a shot at a 10, and we're not getting a single 10. So next one is Snorlax. Let's see what we got on the Snorlax. Or sorry, that's another Scyther. We had 2 Scythers in there. Okay, I didn't see that. We had 2 Scythers. Both of them got a freaking 9. Leave a like, guys. I do appreciate it. We've been waiting on this order for 9 months. Kyle, what's going on? Damsco, yeah, there is some hollows in here. Not gonna get a single 10. Yeah, that's why I said, guys, I kind of just, I've been sending cards for so long, I kind of just expect this, because just, like I said, they've gotten very, very, very tough on these old cards. So, now we got the Snorlax. This one looks pretty darn solid. Another 9. Unreal. I mean, just it's pack fresh and perfect as you're gonna find on the market. I mean, I'm sure I could show you PSA 10s in my collection. They don't look this solid, so it is what it is. Next, we got the Vileplume. Possibly one of the more pricier ones. I mean, you can nitpick about a tiny little spot in the corner there. That's about it. And another 9. So basically we got 9s on everything. We did have the 3 garbage run 8s. And then the 2 potion 8s. So garbage 8s. Who would have thought on those? Those were all cards I thought had a shot at a 10. And they got all 8s. So unreal. Alright, next we have Weepin' Bell. I think I just pulled this out of a pack. Tiny little white spot in the corner there. We got a 9. All right. Actually, this is Vileplume. Did I pass up on the Vileplume? I must have. Vileplume, do I have that one? This was my first Vileplume. So, like I said, I was trying to get 10s on every single one of these cards, and they all got 9s, so I'm just probably going to give up at this point. Because these cards are just getting way too freaking expensive. Like, even these non-hollows were like $100 or so, and now they're like $400 or $500 probably. Just getting too far out of my reach. Alright, next one is probably the Weepin' Bell. We'll be weeping all the way to the somewhere. We got a 9 on it. Jungle First Edition. I think this was one I just pack pulled or something like that, or had laying around. Who knows? Yeah, stay positive. Yeah, no 10s so far. Just nothing but 9s and 5 8s. Next we have Paris. Probably another one. I just got these in a lot or something, and they looked pretty minty, so I went ahead and sent them off. Hey, we got a 10. Woo! Throw something against the wall, break something. We actually got a 10. And it is a little left to right, so that's surprising. A little skinny on this side here. You can see it on the back there. But other than that, all the corners look solid. Yeah, it got a 10. That's you don't expect it. You don't expect it. We got 110, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me put this over here. All right, and it's a common or whatever. So it's kind of a. All right, next we got Jungle. Let's see, Pikachu. Oh man, so this was before Pikachu went absolutely insane on the prices, and I'm sure they've come down to reality again. More recently. Probably another 9, but it's still first edition Pikachu that I probably got for pennies. Nice, we got a 9 on it on the Pikachu. Yeah, when all the stuff went crazy in October, like this card went crazy and it shot way up, especially in a 10. I think the 9's still a pretty decent amount. I already have that in a 10 in my collection, so that's just an extra card to sell. Now we got the no symbol error cards. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. Clefable. Let's see here. Vileplume. I think we might only have a few of these. These are both ones that I don't have yet in my collection. So pretty much hoping for 9s on these. A little top to bottom centering. We got an 8 on that on the Clefable. Dang it. Hollow looks pretty solid. Maybe a few light scratches on it, but got an 8 on the Clefable. And in this set, I mean, if I'm basically going for 8s/9s for all of them. And I have a few of them so far. I've got Kangaskhan, Nidoqueen, and Scyther, and all the rest of them I've pretty much bought and sent off. It's just it takes a year to get your cards back, so it's kind of a slow process. The no symbols are actually not too expensive. Most of these I bought, raw for like 30, 40, $50. NGL, what's going on? So I just kind of based on, like if I think the card's gonna get like an 8 or 9, I just base it on that price and then just kind of value it that way. So this is the other no symbol. This one's pretty far off top to bottom, it looks like, but the back looks very, very solid. And we got a 9 on it on the Vileplume. See it? So I mean, the front centering is a lot better. On the Vileplume, it does have a factory line right there. A couple other very small ones. So yeah, definitely deserving of the 9. Happy with that one. Yeah, I love these hollows, especially the jungle. No symbols and all that. Really, really nice cards. That's why I'm PCing them. Next we got Koga's Zubat first edition. Okay, Gym Challenge. I got a pack of these at Walmart in their like mystery boxes, and this was a few years ago, and it's first edition, so I figured I'd just go ahead and grade it. Probably a 9 because it's got the tiniest little white dot right there. Oh, it's a 9. Pretty much guaranteed every time. And we got a 9. Cool card though. It's first edition. Gym Challenge, is it? Yeah, first edition Gym Challenge. Zubat. It's a common, but it is. People just want to collect the whole set of those first edition cards. I'd like to do it, but I mean, like I said, stuff's just getting too damn out of control expensive. Vintage card. You're over PSA. Yeah, too long for the wait times. Yeah. It's gotten that way for a lot of people, unfortunately. And now with their grading standards kind of changing, it seems. Next, we got a Mew card. I got this. This is the Black Star promo. I got this for free. I bought a card from someone, and they sent this with it for free. And it's a Black Star promo of Mew, and it looked very, very mint, so I figured I'd go ahead and grade it. And we got a 10 on it. Nice. The free Black Star promo Mew got a 10. Paid $7.50 to grade it, so we're all in for $7.50. I think when I was doing the video, I said that this card was about $40 in a PSA 10. I think it might be actually more than that now. So yeah, anytime you can get a 10 and you get the card for free, I mean that's crazy. So stoked on that one. This might just go into my PC. I like these original Black Star promos. I'll have to look up, see what the price is going for on that one. All right, next we got some Japanese cards. This one's a Fossil Muck. Probably one I just got in a collection buy, something like that. Little OC. Probably a 9, but we'll see what happens. We got a 10. Nice. On the Japanese Fossil. If you guys can't afford like the Fossil first edition English stuff, go for this original Japanese. It's definitely worth it. Oops, I've been stacking these cards in the wrong pile here. For something a little bit of less cheaper option, and you still have the really cool hollow. And look, you got a nice hollow swirl right there. Really, really nice. So, nice card. I just probably got in a collection or something for next to nothing, and it looked very minty, so decided to send it, and we got a 10. So, different grader. Yeah, the one grader started the submission, and now this next person, so... Sweet. The 10 train begins. All right, next we have another Japanese. Trying to figure out where we are on the sheet here. Fossil, Japanese Fossil. Misty's Seadra. Okay, this was another one. Misty Seadra. Hollow, just another hollow. Little OC on that one. Possibly a 9 again. Possibly a 9. The other one got a 10 somehow. Oh, we got a 9 on it. So, actually, this is... Mock, Hitmon. Oh, okay, this is a Hitmonlee. And then Misty Seadra, my bad. So we got the Hitmonlee from Fossil. It got a 9. Still a sick card. I have all these cards in Fossil first edition PSA 10 already. So I don't know if I'll keep one of these or not. Just throw them up for sale and, make some money. Because these were all just next to nothing. Like extra cards I bought. Okay, now we got the Misty's Seadra here. This one's looking pretty good from the back. And we got a 10. Nice. Our second Japanese 10 on the Misty Seadra from Japanese Gym. Yeah, it's just called Japanese Gym. Very, very nice. Get the focus going on here. Gotta love these old Japanese cards. Oops, that's just dust on the case. Nice hollows. They look nice. So, nice and clean. PSA 10. Alright, that's 4 10s we've gotten already. Unreal. Alright, let's see here. Next card is an unknown. From Neo Discovery. It's unknown. I think it was just a holo that I had. Probably got it in a pickup or something for dirt cheap and decided to go ahead and send it. Got a 9. It's actually not bad. It's not first edition. You'd see a first edition stamp here. But it is... man, we're having all kinds of focusing issues here. It is from Neo Discovery, and it's a holo, so I just went ahead and sent it. 9s are fine. We got a full art Charizard. Man, I was sending all kinds of these back in the day, and I got a handful of 10s, bunch of 9s. It looked really good, and now inside the PSA case, I'm noticing a little bit of white on the edges and corners, so being how they've graded the rest of this order, this is probably going to be an 8, but it's still a pretty nice card. I probably got it for a pretty good price. So, hey, we got a 9 on it. Nice. That's what I, estimated when I sent it off. I was like, this is probably a 9. But still a sick card, and I think it's gotten more popular. And Flashfire is not an easy set to grade. The card quality back then was not good. I do have 2 of these in my PC and a 10, though. So that's actually going to just get sold. And then I have the Secret Rare. This I bought from the same seller. Same issue with a few little white dots in the corners there. And this is the red one. There's the red one and then the blue one. The card number 107. And these are pretty pricey. I think even a 9 is pretty solid on this card. It's borderline 9 or an 8. Oh, we got the 9. All right. So I kind of called it on both of these. I thought they were both 9s. I'm still happy with that. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this card, but I'll definitely make money on this. The way you can tell this has got the gold along the top. That's how you can tell it's a secret rare. And then obviously the card number 107 out of 106. So super sick card. I've already have this in a 10, so these are just ones that are going to sell and make a few bucks. Most expensive Pokemon card in existence. Probably the Japanese trophy cards. They're like one of ones. Some of those, I mean, there's nothing even to compare them to, so those would probably be the most expensive. Do I clean my cards? Yeah, Mr. Bed. I do clean the cards off. Wipe the back down a little bit, and you don't really want to touch the hollows on these because you can damage them. Next we have Cosmic Eclipse. So I was trying to get all these in PSA 10. I kind of gave up on it and sold them all. This one looks top to bottom on the back. It's possibly a 9, but these full art trainers really blew up in price. So these are going to be big money if they get 10s, any of them. We got a 10. Nice. So yeah, as long as the centering looks good on the front. And this is probably a $20 card pickup, something around there, $25 somewhere. And shit's probably a pretty good amount in a PSA 10 right now. Like I said, these full art trainers just went crazy. Mallow and Lena. Yeah, the 10s are a lot easier on this. This is what I believe. This is my theory. With the new cards and the way they're cut and how good these cards look, they're getting 10s. And then they see one of these cards that's vintage, and they see a tiny little piece of white or something on the card, and it just automatically gets a 9. And they were never like that before when I started grading back in 2017. I think somewhere in 2018 is when I started to really notice it seemed like the grading standards kind of changed. And I think it's just gotten progressively worse, but I could be wrong. So we got a 10. That is freaking awesome. That's somebody wants to look that up for me, that's awesome. If not, I'll check after the video. But it's in the hundreds for sure. Next we got a Rosa. I think I looked this one up too, and it was 400, 500, 450, somewhere in there in a 10. Yeah, let's see what we got. Another 10. All right, got the Rosa. Sweet. Probably another card I picked up for like 20, 30 bucks, whatever it was going for at the time last summer. And yeah, $400 card, I think. I think I looked this up when it was around 400. So yeah, big time profits on that. And I have no intention to like hold all these. I mean, they're nice cards, but I'd rather just put the money back in my pocket and keep it flowing through the business, because sales have been definitely slower with, with the backup at PSA, not getting as many cards back and everything else. Got to get some sales going and whatnot. So, Random Ryan, what's going on? Last sold a couple days ago for 266 on the Mallow. Nice. So that's 260, and I think that Rose is around 450. Um, I didn't get any upcharges, Mr. Bet. I've never, in the life of my sending in cards, have I gotten an upcharge on a bulk submission. So next we have a Janine. I think I picked these up for like 10 bucks. I got two of them. These were just cards that I needed these to finish my sets off, and I ended up just selling all my sets off. Yeah, so we're just gonna sell these off. But another 10 on the Janine. I think this was around 100, 150, somewhere in there. So not one of the more expensive ones, but like I said, I paid like 10 bucks for it. So really good stuff there on the Janine. And then we have another Janine. Like I said, these newer cards are much easier with the cuts of the card and card stock quality and all that, as long as you got a good centering on the front. Oh, we got a 10. All right. I hold the phone. I thought we had another one of those Janines. Apparently we only had one. No, I did have two. 3, 7. Okay. We looked at the wrong card. My bad. So this was a Janine. I didn't put them in order. My bad. We got another 10 on the Janine. All right, so we kind of spoiled it on this one, but this was the only card from Hidden Fates, the Full Art GX, the shiny GX cards. There's 35 in the set. This was the only one I still needed in the PSA 10. And at the time, I think it was like 150 bucks. Now it's like 400 or something. But I bought it raw for $50, $60 or whatever, just to send it in and do it myself. Because what you're looking for on this is that real nice centering on the front. If it's shifted too much, they'll knock it down to a 9. But this one looked solid, and I was pretty confident I was going to get a 10. And I just saved myself, 100 bucks or whatever. And now, of course, it's $400 or whatever. So I have all of them now. I have this set complete in PSA 10. So stoked on that. Took me long enough, but that's, thanks to the PSA grading taking so darn long. All right, what do we got next then? This is Dialga, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. Another like rainbow card that I just needed. Probably got this for like 20 or 25 bucks, and this is pretty pricey in a 10 for the rainbow rare. And we got the 10. Man, I'm killing it on this new stuff, guys. Every single Sun and Moon card so far has been a PSA 10. Like I said, I'm pretty good at grading these. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I've been doing it for quite some time. As long as you got the good cut, you have that really nice centering on the front. You just have to be picky when you buy them and look the card over. And we got a 10. So I'm not sure on the value on this one, but another card I'll just throw it up for sale. Whatever it's going for, $300-400 bucks, whatever it's going for. What's your business plan? $20. Just don't send as many low dollar cards in, pretty much. So yeah, that's kind of the plan moving forward. I'm not looking into NFTs, so I don't really have any opinion on that. We got our basic hollow Charizard. Now I got this back as a 7, and I wasn't really happy with that grade. Every time I've ever cracked a card out and sent it back in, I've gotten a higher grade, or at worst case scenario, it just came back the same grade. I was willing to risk it. I knew the price of the card would just go up in price as it's sitting at PSA anyways, which is what happened. This card actually just blew up in price. But yeah, like I said, it was a 7, and somebody in the chat was saying something about something on the, or some bend or something. I couldn't see it. I looked the card over a lot. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something right there. I know there's a few little like dots, right? Like little, whatever you call them, dimples in the card. So it had some kind of like some surface issue. The front looked really good. And I just wasn't happy with the 7, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a second shot. Maybe we'll get an 8. Who knows? It is the Japanese basic Charizard. These are pretty pricey now. I already have this in a 10 in my collection, so this one's just going to get sold. And we got a 9. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's freaking go! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. PSA 7. Cracked it out. Got a 9. Let's look this baby over. I'm sorry, but we're going to take some time here. Basic Charizard. We got the PSA 9. PSA is not... I'm telling you guys, man. I've done this for so long. You crack a card out, you send it back in, and it gets a higher grade. It's just so inconsistent. The holo looked flawless on this thing. Really good centering on it. Like I said, I had those few little dots in the back. Surface issue there. I'm actually surprised it got a 9. I was just kind of thinking like, well, maybe it'll get bumped to an 8, but that is crazy. I don't know precisely what this goes for. I know the 10, oh god, the 10 was up to like 12, 13 grand, but I think it's like half that now. Call it 6 grand. So I'm guessing this is a couple $1,000. And if I would have sold this as a 7, I would have got a few $100 for it. So I really made bank on this one. Went with my gut, cracked it out, resubmitted it, and we get a 9. So that is just exactly what I'm talking about. With, you know, cracking something out, regrading it if you really feel strongly about it. And yeah, we were right on that one. The centering on that card is atrocious. Yeah, the bottom border is a little skinnier than the top. But these borders aren't super thick on these cards, so even the slight deviance, it's gonna look like it's off. I mean, obviously that's definitely gonna knock it to the 9 right there. So, but sold for 1,900, so yeah, 2K. See, I'm just guessing right off the top of my head. I haven't even looked the card up for months, really. You have an eye. Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been doing this for, 4 years. I'm not an expert by any means. I mean, you win some, you lose some. Let's see here. What do we got next? Okay, we got Japanese basic. Okay, Genesect. So I was buying the Shining Fates last year. They were still on the shelf up until what, June or July or whatever it was, probably June. And then like the prices just absolutely exploded on it. I was able to buy a lot of it. There's actually some of the boxes were on clearance, and you guys saw me rip these out of the packs. I didn't do too well in my opinion, but because the cards really, really shot up in price, and these shining cards are like a lot more sought after, it seems. We should do pretty good on these. I didn't think any of them were gonna gem, but I'd be happy with 9s on these. And we got the 9 on the Genesect, and it's the cut of the card. The quality wasn't the greatest on a lot of these. This one was top to bottom centering. So my best case scenario on this one was a 9, and we got the 9, so I'm quite happy with that. Even the 9s are doing pretty good on these. This one's got the better cut, and it looks pretty good. I think the centering might have been a little off center on this one. How many of these? We got 2 of these, 2 Volcanions. Okay. And we got a 10. Nice. I have all of the shinings of these already. I put them together years ago, when the set came out, and I have them all in 10s already, so these are just gonna go up for sale. So that's gonna be a nice little chunk of change there going into the pocket. This one was top to bottom as well. Like I said, it's weird that I can still remember this, 9 months later I can still remember, but the top border was skinnier than the bottom, but they were lenient and they gave it a 10, so just goes to show you just never know. All right, next card is another or actually an Arceus. Another one that, doesn't have the great cut, but that just, when you're buying these at retail, you just never know. Looks pretty solid, but probably a 9. And we got a 9. So actually not the Arceus, this is the Volcanion. These, for the longest time, you can get a 10 on this card for like $30. I remember I sold some of my 10s off, and I like, they were up for sale for so long, and I just couldn't sell them for $30. And now they're, of course, over $100, but it's just kind of funny how that happens. Mad Sweeper, what's going on? Yeah, Japanese base set. Charizard will definitely go up over time. It's just kind of leveled out right now. Next we have another Volcanion. This one has a better cut, so possibly a 10. But I think it might have been a little off-center. Maybe it wasn't. And we got a 10. Nice. Wasn't too sure on this one. Yeah, that right border is a little skinnier than the left. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but it's pretty solid. It's definitely looks nicer than that Genesect 10. So those are nice little wins there. And these were all packs I picked up for $4 a piece, basically, before the Shining Legends really blew up. I was able to, kind of predict that happening, so to speak. Next, we got the Rayquaza. I have 3 Rayquazas. This is my favorite card. Also, my favorite Amazing Rares is the Rayquaza. I think that's going to do one of the same with what this set did. 3, 4 years down the road, you're going to see prices go a little crazy on that stuff. Cuts of the card once again, not the greatest. Just hoping for 9s on these pretty much. And we got the 9. So yeah, once again, that top border a lot bigger than the bottom border. So I knew it was best case scenario a 9. So I'm totally happy with that. That's perfectly fine. So far on all this ultra modern stuff, I've been just it's all spot on. I mean everything has been good. So the only stuff I complain about is that jungle one. But we're over that. On to the next one. A little bit of white on the corner. That's just this pack's fresh stuff. They just some of this stuff just wasn't cut as good back then, and just hoping for 9s on these. Nice, another 9. Pretty much you had the cut and then you had the centering, and that was really the main things that you had to fight with on these cards. Another Rayquaza. I think I looked these up and they were 150 to 180 or something like that in a 9. Like I said, $4 packs of cards and we pulled them out. So, all right, couple tiny little white on that. This one looks actually really solid compared to the other ones. Usually what I do is I set the best one in the back, and they see those first 2, give it a 9, and they see this one and they're like, oh, this looks really good compared to those ones, and then maybe you get a 10 on it. But we got a 10. The theory has worked. It's what you do, guys. Stick the best one in the back. Still a little off on the left to right. Top to bottom, pretty good. I mean, it's better than the other ones, and that's what you're looking for. And we got a 10 on it. So that's going to be, I don't know what these are going for. I don't even think I looked this one up. It's got to be at least $400, $450. Score, and like I said, I've got those already. So there's all just going to get sold. We got 2 Arceus, and then then we got some rainbows coming up here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything. I do read the chat. Tiny little white dot there. So this one's more likely gonna get a 9. Nice, got a 9. Probably a little top to bottom there. It's a little skinnier on the bottom. So, and I do apologize for going a little slower on this. I mean, there's only 50 cards. It's not like a 300-400 card order. On those I go a little bit faster, but with this, we're just taking our time a little bit more because, we have the time, and I want to kind of show you guys what my thought process is on this stuff, why the cards got the grades that they did and all that, which some people might find boring, but, with this order, that's what we're doing, so, yeah, pretty solid looking card, probably another 9, and another 9. So, it's just, look at that corner, how cut, it's just all wonky looking compared to how round that one is. So that's just the quality of the cards back then. So we did good on all those so far. I've been very happy with, they're very solid on the grades. I'm not complaining about any of the Sun and Moon stuff. So do you think Beckett grading system will ever match? No, they never will. And there's people that are saying that it's not even, like, why would you even send cards to Beckett at this point? Kind of a thing. This one I think I didn't send in for years because it had those tiny little white dots on the card, which was another issue with this set where you had these like little white dots on the card with the printing. But this was a Mewtwo. No, sorry. Secret Raichu. Okay, this is a Raichu. So yeah, this is a Raichu. I think I might have pulled this one years ago. Nice cut though. The cut looks really solid. We got a 9. So kind of what I expected on that one. So I'm actually happy with that. I sold all of these off. I had all 4 of, the Raichu, Mewtwo, and the other 2. I had all these cards last year and sold them off. Pretty much a guy in Switzerland bought a lot of my stuff. Spent like $11,000. So I was happy to basically take that money and put it into vintage. So we got 3 Mewtwo's. This is a sick card. Another one that made it worth buying this set and pulling these cards out of the packs. I think I pulled one or two of these, and then the other one I had it, decided to grade it. This one looks very, very good from the back. We got a 9. That's going to be the centering on the front, which is why I say it's so important on the centering. But I was fine with just sending these off and getting 9s. It's hard to tell with the lighting, but basically it's a little thicker over here. And I mean, back in the day, they weren't as nitpicky. As long as it wasn't like on the border, they would still call it a 10, but that might be what discounted this one down. Other than that, I don't see any issues. Still a nice card, and these are still worth pretty decent money in a 9, so I might end up keeping one of these for the PC, but I might not. Just because Mewtwo's so popular, and I think this card is going to be, just going to go up over time. We just have 3 cards left there, so this one doesn't have the nice cut that one did, so maybe we should have put that one last. I don't know. Got another 9, so pretty nice looking cards though. I mean, they're nice, solid 9s. Maybe back in 2017 we might have got a 10 with one of those, but this one looks pretty darn good. This might have just been the one that I thought looked the best. And another 9, top to bottom. It just was so tough on these cards. I mean, you had the centering issues on the front, you had the cut of the cards, you had like little white dots on the back. I mean, there's just so many obstacles to jump through to try to get a 10 on that card. And then our very last card is a Rocket First Edition Rainbow Energy. I ended up just buying this in a 10 for my set. Let me see what I valued this one at. Because like I said, these took so long. If one came up for sale, I just went ahead and bought it. So, and seeing all the other cards, this isn't going to 10. It just isn't. I'm going to say an 8 just because how crazy they are. But, man, we called it. Unreal. So, non-hollow, we got an 8 on it. So, all in all, though, I'm still happy with the order. I mean, an order like this, I know we're not just going to get 10, 10, 10 to 10. But I sent a bunch of the new stuff off, obviously. A lot better on it, but so we got 7 8s in the order. Crazy that they're all non-hollows up, and that's the only one that's a hollow, except that one, Clefairy, or sorry, Clefable. So 7 8s on our 10s out of 50. Let's see, we got 5, 10, we got 13, so we got 26% 10s. That's just over 25%. 26% 10s. Pretty bad, but like I said, I knew kind of, like, before I even, like, looked at any of this, I was like, I know there's going to be a lot of 9s in here. But the 10s that we did get, absolutely awesome. These are all going to be going on the eBay store, and these are nice chunks of change. That one's actually, I'm keeping that for the set. That'll go in the store. That'll go in the store. In the store. I think I'll probably just go ahead and get rid of these Japanese cards. I might hold that one. And what is this one? Jungle. I've already got that one in a 10, so yeah, these will all be going into the store. And then same thing with the 9s. There's a few cards I might keep in there. I'm not sure, but yeah, pretty good overall. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I put a estimated value on this order at like $2,000, and I think we hit that with just the Charizard. According to Ryan, there's $2,000 right there. So, and then a lot of these other cards are around the $400 or $500 range, $200, $300, $400. So, pretty happy overall. I mean, Pokemon's just staying strong. Definitely seen a rise at the end of the last year, and then it's kind of balanced back out, but this stuff's just going to continue to go up. The classic cards are just, they're going to continue to have value. Had any issues selling on eBay, Mr. Bed? Not really. Especially selling the graded cards, you don't really have too many problems. I did have somebody today that emailed me saying that the card moved around in the case. Can you guys hear that? The cards don't sit perfect. I mean, they wiggle in the case a little bit, like with sports cards, they don't do it as much with the thicker card stock, but if it's like the paper card stock, they will just, you can just move them. And I told them that I'm like, that's normal, like that's just the way they are. So if they decide to return it, I'll just sell it to someone else. Not a big deal. But I very, very, very rarely have returns. I don't think I've gotten a single return this year, and last year was maybe like two or three. It's something like, oh, I ordered this by mistake, or oh, blah blah blah, bills came up, I got to send this back, or it's just something stupid. Nothing on my end, but yeah, pretty good. So I will continue to sell on there. I don't mind paying the 10% fee plus the money processing fee. It's pretty much, people complain about it, but it's like if you're going to sell the card in cash in person, you're probably going to get less money for it anyway. So you might as well just sell it for the higher amount and pay the 10% and not have to deal with people and cash and all that kind of crap. Um, James, it wasn't too bad. It was just over $400 for the order. They had a special for $7.50 a card. So I got these out. I had you had to send at least 50 cards, and I just hit that, and I was like, okay, send them off, get the deal in before it ends, kind of thing. And and then a few months later in the year is when we started sending like 200 card orders, 400 card orders of Pokemon cards. So we got some really good stuff that's going to be coming back this year. Um, and then, of course, we were doing lots of baseball, basketball, and stuff like that. We do have an express order that should be coming back pretty soon. It's in the final stage. It's been taking a few days in that final stage, it seems. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, your order shipped, and then it's back in like a week. So might get it back by this weekend. If not, it'll be next week more than likely. It's mostly hockey cards, Lafreniere. I got 11 of those, and there's like one more. There's one Pokemon card and then one other hockey card. So it's not a big order, but the cards were bigger money, so I sent them express. And the turnaround on that's right around the 2 month mark. So it's pretty good with Express. Now, of course, instead of $75 a card, it's $150 a card. So everything is just getting crazy. But yeah, happy with this order overall. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. Have a good week, and we'll see you in the next one.